Former news anchor here, and I think I can weigh in on why the mainstream media has been pretty silent on this horrifying situation in Charlotte. Mind you, this happened on August 22nd, and it seems like a lot of people are pretty much just now finding out about this almost a week into September. Because a lot of conservatives have been pointing out, where is the mainstream media outrage about this? This was one of the most random acts of violence I think a lot of us have ever seen. Because when George Floyd was killed and the suspect was white, the people popped off. When Daniel Penny killed a black homeless man in New York, the people popped off. Luigi Mangione was in the news for weeks. So I've seen people wondering, why are all these white suspects, especially with black victims, getting so much media attention when you really couldn't imagine a worse possible situation than what this poor Ukrainian girl found herself in, and mainstream media was pretty quiet? Well, a couple of years ago when I was still working in local news, I remember the news station having a big meeting with all of us, and they were talking about how we were going to start using less mugshots. I don't know if you guys noticed a shift or not, but there used to constantly be black people's mugshots on the news. And the whole idea behind changing it was that we were, as the news, basically ruining these people's lives. At this point, they would only have been suspects, so if they were later on found innocent, their mugshot was still all over the news, it was on the internet, it was preventing them from getting jobs. So the whole idea was to stop just making it seem like black people were committing all these crimes when they, at the end of the day, could have been innocent. And for years, a lot of black people had been saying, why are we constantly being made to look like criminals? People are afraid of us at this point. We're criminals in the shows, criminals in the movies, criminals when you turn on the news. It seemed like it was everywhere. I'm not defending this one way or the other because I have literally no reason to. And this is just a theory, but it almost feels like the news is trying to maybe overcorrect or correct, however you personally feel about it, but showing like, look, we show white suspects too. We're not just trying to make black people look bad. Maybe the news wasn't trying to just keep putting in front of people that whole scary black man's coming after the innocent white woman narrative, because it was a narrative we've seen over and over and over again over the decades. The problem is this was a scary man who happened to be black, and he did viciously attack an innocent white woman. So how did so many news outlets decide that was or was not newsworthy? This is why I keep telling people you have to watch multiple news outlets. They're not all giving the same information. And we've all seen recently that a lot of American media outlets don't even cover certain situations. I have seen some people say they feel like the news is shifting which race they want to look bad, but let me know what you guys think, because to me, I don't know why this was about race to begin with. That would have been terrifying whether the suspect and the victim were white, black, orange, or purple. Like, that was not normal. But you know, we always have to have a reason to hate each other. Like if these updates help, and subscribe for more news updates.